Woo! Baby, we got a big one today. I had packed the money suit back up and I was gonna hang it up in my closet. I had put it in that nice protective casing that you put the fly big dollar suits in, and I was hanging it in my closet. And I saw this short seller report come out on Workhorse Stock, and I immediately took the big money suit back down because this is a suit that I'm only gonna be wearing for big videos. And we got a big one today, boys. We got a big one today. We have a big hit piece that has just been dropped on Workhorse Stock, similar to the one that was released on Nikola, and it sent Nikola down 50-60% in just a matter of weeks. So in today's video, we're going to be going through this short seller report in depth. We're going to be going line by line and seeing if there's any merit to it at all. We're also going to be talking about some gigantic news that is dropped regarding the USPS contract, and I mean gigantic news. So we have a lot to talk about today. Towards the end of the video, we'll go through the chart, go through the price action, see if anything's changed with my personal plan with Workhorse Stock and my price targets. If you're new to this channel, this is Touchdown Trades. My name is Kevin. Your trading BFF, your stock market bestie, the #1 trading and investing channel on all of YouTube. Not the biggest, but the best. And I want to give you guys a big thank you. We just crossed 10K subscribers. We're growing fast. And I just want to say I love all of you guys. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash that like button and consider subscribing. All right, so as always, let's secure that bag by making smart investments in sound trades. Let's get it, baby. We got a big short seller. I'm not going to say a big short seller, but we got a short seller throwing shade on Workhorse Stock. So we need to go through this report and see if there's any merit to it. Also, we're going to dive into a report given out by an analyst talking about Workhorse's chances of getting the USPS contract, a very well-known analyst that is very reputable in their analysis and forecasts. So this is big news regarding Workhorse Stock. We have a lot of updates to talk about, and we'll also break down the chart and price targets toward the end of the video. If you're not yet a subscriber, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that tasty subscribe button, and go ahead and give the like button the old Touchdown Trades snake eye jab in the eyes. You notice the setup's a little different. I can't sit behind the green screen because of the fly green suit that I'm wearing, that I'm only going to be wearing this suit during big money videos. And we got a big money video today, so let's jump right in. So the short seller report was done by Fuzzy Panda Research. If you're unfamiliar with what a short seller is, basically a research firm that does investigations on companies where they think there's a scam or fraud going on, and they're betting on the company to go down substantially, the stock price to go down substantially. So in this case, Fuzzy Panda has came out with a report saying that Workhorse is up to no good, and there's some fraudulent acts going on, basically calling Workhorse a scam. So let's dive into the report and analyze it and see if there's any merit or any truth to this report. So the report starts off by saying the brakes fall off the USPS story. Workhorse's USPS bid has numerous critical failures. USPS driver hospitalized from Workhorse parking brake failure. That's just not true in my opinion. If that had happened, we would have heard about it. It's just not true. This picture here is an old USPS truck. That is not a Workhorse truck. Prototype EV trucks dying during test drive. VT Hackney deemed the contract's value immaterial, and so much more. So right off the bat, they're saying that Workhorse basically isn't going to get the USPS contract. Here we have a little excerpt talking about how Nikola was killed by Hindenburg Research's short report, but Nikola and Workhorse are completely different companies. Workhorse is a more trusted company. They actually have a product that they're working on. Workhorse does not have the ability, machinery, or engineering talent to fulfill the USPS contract, even if they somehow won. False. Major customers like UPS have already moved on from Workhorse. UPS completely removed any mention of Workhorse in all literature. I don't think this is true either. Investigator visits. Employees told us that no purchase orders are currently being fulfilled. So they're basically saying that Workhorse is not manufacturing anything and that it's just a big scam. And if that was true, we would have already known about it. And if that was true, why would they be hiring tons of employees, tons of manufacturing staff, and tons of engineers? Here they mention some more negative catalyst. Q3 and Q4 revenue miss of Wall Street estimates. So he's saying that basically Workhorse is going to miss on earnings. Lordstown SPAC merger won't go through. They're saying that GM and new investors are going to realize Steve Burns and Lordstown Motors have more red flags than Nikola. So will they still invest? So he's basically saying that Lordstown is a scam as well, and Workhorse has a big stake in Lordstown, about 10%. Most importantly, USPS is expected to announce the contract winner by year end, according to BTIG analysts. The Workhorse downside is to $1 a share, down 95% if the USPS contract is lost. That is not true one bit. Okay, sure, there's a big risk. That Workhorse is a speculative stock. If they don't get the USPS contract, I could see it going down to $10 or maybe $15 a share. But $1 a share, I would mortgage my house, sell my 6-year-old kid, sell my car, and load up on Workhorse stock at $1 a share because I still believe in the company even if they don't get the USPS contract. Sure, there's downside risk, but not $1 per share. Okay, so here they're saying that they're basically talking crap about the value of the USPS contract. There was a company in the bidding at the very beginning of contract negotiations called VT Hackney, and they sold their USPS bid rights for $7 million. But here's where that gets a little tricky, because if you're a company like VT Hackney and you can sell your bidding rights for $7 million profit, and maybe you don't even have the capability of handling such a big project like the USPS contract, and you can sell those bidding rights, offer absolutely nothing in return, and get $7 million for doing nothing, I'd take that deal too. Workhorse has the capability of handling the USPS contract, and this is just straight nonsense. All right, let's wrap up this talk on this short seller report. And I only have one thing to say on this short seller report, in my personal opinion, is Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy. No, by gosh, he wasn't, was he? Fuzzy Wuzzy, you're full of it. BS. This short report is just straight BS. He doesn't put his name on it. This is some guy in his mama's basement who is short Workhorse, trying to get a quick drop. He's trying to cause some panic in retail investors, trying to stir up some panic in the stock. It's a load of it. There's nothing of merit in this short report, in my opinion, and it should just be thrown in the trash. The fact that it's coming from a short research firm called Fuzzy Panda Bear or whatever it's called is just baloney. In the comment section, leave me how you would fight a panda bear one-on-one. Would you gouge its eyes out? Would you give it a judo chop? How would you attack a panda bear? And do you think you could beat up a panda bear in a fight one-on-one? So now let's move on to some good news regarding Workhorse stock and the USPS contract. Roth Capital, a big investment banking firm on Wall Street, is expecting the USPS contract to go to the stallion, baby, to go to the stallion. They expect Workhorse to get the USPS contract. Roth Capital came out and said that they believe Workhorse will get granted a majority or the totality of the contract. This is huge news. This is one of the first big reputable Wall Street firms to come out and say that Workhorse is going to get the contract, and it really just supplants our ideas as investors that Workhorse is a legit company. It kind of throws shade on that short seller report. This came out right after the short seller report, so that short seller really had to be sitting there in his mama's basement feeling down on himself. We also have a call sweep being bought on Workhorse stock. We talked about call sweeps in the last video. Basically, it's big traders betting on the stock to go up. They're buying the October 16th, 2020 contracts, the $32 strike. We're seeing big traders come in betting on the stock to go up in the next week or so. Why in the next week or so? Because Roth Capital said that they expect that the contract is going to be announced on the 15th or 16th of October, which is absolutely huge news. We have a new date in mind that we can look forward to and expect to hear some news. Why do I think that this may be a valid date? because we have the next presidential debate coming up, supposed to be on the 15th or 16th. And the president has said that he is not going to be participating in the debate, supposed to be a town hall, because they want to do virtual or whatever. You guys can look up the debate. But I think the president may come out, or the White House, or the Postmaster General, whoever's going to announce that whoever's getting the contract, the USPS contract, I think they may come out right before that debate's supposed to go down and say, look, Ohio, we're giving you this USPS contract, and then Trump is going to use that to try to get a boost in the polls. I think this is huge news. So we're looking forward to October 15th through 16th to hear some news on the USPS contract. Roth Capital, a reputable firm, is saying this. It's not some shady, low-key, fuzzy-wuzzy pandy bear. Kathy Wood and ARK Invest buying more Workhorse stock. So who do you believe, fuzzy-wuzzy panda bear or Kathy Wood and ARK Invest? Remember the last time we talked, just a week ago, Workhorse was the 15th biggest holding in ARKQ fund. Now it is the 14th biggest holding. They have bought a total of 762,000 shares with a total market value of over $20 million. Kathy Wood and ARK Invest keep buying Workhorse stock. They've bought it the entire way up. They're buying early on, and they've bought it on the way up. So they are still a believer in Workhorse and Workhorse's future. Kathy Wood is a straight up OG in the investment game. So if she thought that Workhorse was any type of scam, any type of fraud, like Fuzzy Wuzzy Panda is saying, she would not be continually buying. I firmly believe that Kathy Wood, one of the biggest renowned investors in the world right now, has done her research on this stock. So this Fuzzy Wuzzy, go back to your little hibernating hole and get lost. All right, let's talk about my top 5 reasons that I am still a big believer that Workhorse is landing that USPS contract, baby. All right, number 1, they're hiring. Ford Oshkosh is firing. Workhorse is hiring engineers and manufacturing staff. Number 2, the GSA leak. Workhorse was added to the government fleet vehicles website. Not huge news, but it's something to note. 3, ARK Invest and Kathy Wood keep buying. This is one of the most reputable firms on the street. They know what they're doing. She knows what she's doing, and they keep buying even as Workhorse stock price has gone up. Number 4, Roth Capital, a reputable firm, another reputable firm, coming out saying Workhorse is the front runner. They expect Workhorse to get the contract in October. Big date there, October. They're throwing dates out. This is new news, and this is a big deal. Number 5, the election in Ohio. I believe the president is going to grant the USPS contract to Workhorse because of the importance of the state of Ohio in the upcoming election and the persona, the impression of bringing jobs back to Ohio, manufacturing and auto jobs back to the state of Ohio could be a big deal in the upcoming election. Workhorse has a ton of good things going for it. Fuzzy Wuzzy Panda Bear is full of it. All right, let's talk about my personal plan with Workhorse, if I've changed anything up and if my price targets have changed at all. Okay, so you guys know that I started buying Workhorse at $14 per share. I added in the Discord chat, private Discord chat, I alerted when we had this huge sell-off, and I added at $23 a share. It has given me an average price of around $18 per share. Okay, if you want to join the private Discord chat, there's a 2-week free trial link in the description, so check that out. So I'm still holding. I did not panic when we had this sell-off. And how did the stock react to the Fuzzy Wuzzy report? Well, the next day we were up 13%. So I believe the report is BS. I'm still a firm believer in this stock. We held this $21 level very nicely. We came down, bounced off of it, rocketed back up, got a nice little pullback, and I think we're setting up to retest those all-time highs over $30 a share. So I think in the next couple weeks, we could see this trading at all-time highs, and I'm expecting some news on the USPS contract. If they get a big portion of the USPS contract, we're breaking all-time highs, headed into $40, $50 a share. I think we can make a 30% move in one day. But as investors, we do need to be prepared for Workhorse not getting the contract. Even though all signs are pointing towards Workhorse at least getting a portion of the contract, we need to realize that this is still a speculative investment. and we need to be prepared. So yes, I'm still long, I'm still holding firm, and I'm looking for $40, $50, $60 a share here before I start selling any of my position. So that's just my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get alerted every time I post a video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, peace.
Drop.